Okay, I've done a bunch of work, so I want to give you an update on my gardens. I've planted a lot more herbs right now. They're just kind of all over the place. I've used baskets that my mom gave me. That's my Easter basket from when I was a little girl. And it's growing basil now. And then my beds are coming along great, but I'm curious about broccoli. When is it going to be ready? Because it's warm. We've had 2 90-degree days, and it's staying in the 80s right now, so I don't want it to bolt. I've never grown it before, so I have no idea when it'll be ready, but they all look the same. But anyway, in this bed, there's some mint, and some basil, and some squash, and a tomato in the back, and a pepper over here, a few flowers throughout. This one has 2 tomatoes and onions, some peas, a bunch of lettuce, parsley, onions, more flowers, petunias, and marigolds. And I should say that the lettuce, we've been eating salads very often, pretty much every day. Here's some strawberries. But yeah, we've had salads every day, and we have a lot of lettuce. And I just planted the Swiss chard, a couple of weeks ago. So it's doing really, really well. Hopefully this stuff can stand the heat for a while longer, and the bigger stuff will start growing taller to shade it a little bit. This box has tons of broccoli and cabbage and thyme to keep the cabbage worms away from the cabbage, and broccoli, and more basil, and that's lemon balm, onions right there, 2 pepper plants with some marigolds, some radish. We picked one the other night. Hi! We picked a radish the other night, and it wasn't huge, but I want to let them grow a little longer. But it was good. Peppers. A lot of peppers. That's spearmint right there. A lot of broccoli, so I'll have a bunch of empty squares pretty soon, I hope. This is one of my 4 square foot potato boxes that I will build up higher as needed, next to petunias, which is supposed to be good for the potatoes. And that's that stevia and okra, and I have beans all along the back here that will grow up the trellis, and another 4 square foot potato box. That's my mixing box. My husband's gone to get more dirt, or more Mel's mix, I should say. And that's another potato box, except it's bigger, twice as big. Out here, I got my cantaloupe going, and watermelon, and my next project over the next few days is working on building trellises to go along the side of my house. to grow the squash that's back behind those bushes that you can't see. And then I have one box out here. It's doing well. I'm not going to take the time to go over to it right now, but I got the soaker hose put in it and fastened all in it. I'll show you that in another video. And the soaker hose also goes to the melons. And my iris are coming up. My bed of lettuce, onions, and cucumbers over here. I just planted the onions, so they haven't even come through the soil yet. But more lettuce. And I have to replant the cucumbers because of my dog. But I hope that I'm fixing that problem. My little special area, I planted some wildflowers over there today, so we'll see what happens with it. And I'll show you these other beds. It's always a mess and a work in progress, it seems like. Some more of my herbs that I have in pots, and some peppers, jalapenos, and green bell. Over here I have squash growing up the back, and cucumber in the corner. More Swiss chard, okra, mild jalapenos, carrots, banana peppers, some flowers, more lettuce, peas, and I think that was okra. And then in these I have cayenne peppers. My friend Misty and I were reading about how many good uses cayenne peppers have. So I stuck 4 in these 2 empty trash cans that I drilled a bunch of holes in. This one has a tomato plant and squash, a pepper, more lemon balm and lettuce and flowers, chamomile, a yummy bell pepper. These are little bitty bell peppers, little miniature bells called yummy bells. More stevia, that's lemon, thyme, lettuce and another banana pepper, carrots in this too. And I've been working over here. This is my 20 feet of, right now, peas and carrots with 2 out-of-place marigolds. The peas are coming up well, and so are the carrots. And then I stopped right there on the peas and went to squash. And I'm working on the trellis, the trellises that I want to build that go higher than my fence does. And I put some more squash in here. I think this is probably too much for this bucket, but we'll see. I've never done it like this before. I have no idea. We'll see how it goes. I put netting over here over my strawberries because I haven't gotten a single strawberry from over here because the birds eat them before I can. And lettuce, which isn't, I mean, it's doing okay. It's not doing as well as the other lettuce. So I'm thinking about putting cucumbers here, but we'll see. And then this is another work in progress. I'm going to get some stones to go right here to make it look pretty instead of the way it looks right now. And I've got a trellis that I'm going to grow yet more squash up. We love squash. And I do have a family of 5. I have 3 sons that are almost 13, and then 11 and 9. More squash that I have to move and find a place for. So I guess that is, that's a good enough tour for right now. I'll get this posted and then give you an update when I get these trellises built. Thanks for watching.